louder and more high-pitched than I anticipated. Anywho. So who remembers what happened?
I remember that we found a girl, and oh my god, what was that?
Nothing.
I heard so.
That's it.
Did you just go yes? Like,
Yeah.
finally.
Yes, I did.
Sarah, remember the thing.
That's not what I was saying yes for, but yeah.
What were you saying yes for?
Roll 20 room.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it! That was the last roll, too!
Yep.
Okay, Sarah, continue and then we'll explain what happened.
I will explain my version, and you guys will tell me what actually happened.
Okay, we can do that.
So we were going to Garokutsu, and we found a girl, and she was injured or something. I don't quite remember. And then we got into a fight, and instead of, like, we rescued her, and we put her on Shima's back, and Shima headed into town. And then we stayed and fought, and there was smoke, and I fixed the smoke, and then we kicked the shit out of people. And then we went to go rescue the girl from the runaway tiger.
Not quite. Okay.
You're close.
What happened?
I know that last part's not quite, but I know.
No, the last part is we're getting to that point. Okay, so basically filling in the blanks here, we were heading towards Garokutsu, and Tsume noticed this person walking around with another tiny person on their back, like a piggyback ride and stuff. They seemed to enjoy each other and stuff, and so Tsume led the group over there and stuff and then we went sneaky and stuff, and a few of us failed at the sneaking.
Yes.
Which led them to, like, oh, hi. And then it turns out that the lady was not actually the lady that the little girl knew. And this little girl was Maddie, who's from, like, a few episodes ago.
Very first recorded session.
Yeah, very first recorded session and stuff. Like, hyperactive, almost knocking her grandma over kind of child. And stuff. And so Tsume got in protective mode, and as the lady sat there and threw up the fog and stuff and took the lady out. Not the lady out, the kid out. Put the kid on Shima and sent Shima over to Garokutsu to go be safe away from the fight. And then of course we went to the fight and stuff. And we ended up stopping the fight, and it turns out that this person was the changeling of this universe.
Midori.
Midori.
Who Shiori did not want to see again, but was.
Oh god, no, she did not.
Oh, and Shiori apparently has, like, some good-sized konas on her as she sat there and slapped Tsume in her curse form.
Yes, that was
yeah,
great.
she did.
Which, for what it's worth, I did add that to the mistakes were made subtitles. Never underestimate the medical potential of percussive maintenance.
Exactly.
Because I loved it. It was great.
She's like, okay, look, here's the logic, right? The logic is, I summon lightning from my hands. There are very few things scarier than lightning.
I mean, it's because you know who Tsume is.
Yeah, I know, that's exactly why. Oh, goodness, am I a little loud?
Nah, not too much.
Okay, I keep peaking above 0, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, you are a little loud, but I did turn my volume up, so.
Oh,
I also have it cranked way higher than usual because I turned my gate up, so.
Yeah. And also, I forgot to mention that throughout this, Dard sat there and was making a couple of rolls.
Yep.
For something.
A couple.
Don't exactly know what, but we know it's for an event. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
And when we left off, he only had to make one more roll, and he just made this roll as we started recording, and he succeeded.
Yep.
Last roll, freaking succeeded.
I rolled for an event, and it happened. Ray.
Would you like to
no.
inform us?
We're
Undeserved.
entirely too happy that can't be good for us.
Tsume.
What do you want me to roll?
I want you
Was
to
it
roll
right?
a
This is
thing.
bad.
I want you to roll a thing. Yes, I do.
For who? I have 3 characters.
First for Tsume.
Master. For Tsume?
It's a
Okay,
Tsume
so
thing.
magic puppetry. Okay.
Roll
Roll
roll for me chakra control. For you, that's a plus 12.
Yes. One of my newly upgraded skills for certain reasons, as I sit there and dump all my points in.
Yeah, exactly.
27!
Okay. Now then. Let's see. 12. Okay. Alrighty. So, you guys were getting ready to, make your way to Garokutsu proper because, as was said, Maddie was put onto Shima's back, and then, you were dealing with Midori, and now you have, succeeded in
Midori.
succeeding with dealing with Midori, and also there was that whole moment when it's like to keep Midori from doing hand signs, and Shiori was just like, she's not gonna do that. And it's just this like some sort of mini threat of sorts, but
Yeah, it's like there's no way she can outrun us.
and plus this is, you know, I think Midori's smart enough. Just considering she just got through being Midori just got through being panicked by Okami before that, and just before she says these things, Shiori has slapped Tsume out of curse mode. So
Yeah, a little tough kinetic.
there's reasons for Midori to not want to go against a promise or something that they make to Shiori. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's plenty of reasons why.
But you were all making your way to Garokutsu proper. Does anyone have anything they want to do just before making that transition?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I still
Okay.
want to know what I rolled.
Yeah. I had you roll chakra control, and you succeeded. Good for you.
Yay.
But however, what your role was initially for, you haven't really had moments that was like this specifically yet, but you know how you were in curse mode, so it wasn't as obvious to you at the time, but when you summoned Yashitora during the fight with the Shiori, it took a bit more chakra than normal for you to summon that person, for you to summon her specifically. So you
Yes.
are sort of used to the feeling of when your chakra's being sort of sapped and more than you expect. And that's kind of what this feeling was here. You felt as if somebody was very, very sort of weakly trying to pull your chakra away from you. It just didn't quite work the way that they wanted it to. So you succeeded in resisting, as it were. But yeah, you get that kind of feeling as you're making your way up to Garokutsu.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. English.
Basically, yeah. So, let me get you on to the Garokutsu map, which looks slightly different than the way that it did before. Hooray.
You forgot the building that's like below the tents that's got a hole through it.
Oh, right. A hole that would have been repaired by now.
What?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Let me get another building for that. Yeah. And when you get there, you see one of the guards that's placed there. If you recall from the last time you were here, you didn't actually have a whole lot of guards, but there is actually a guard here this time. And it doesn't even take somebody like Shiori, who has detect emotions and whatnot, for him to really appear to be frazzled, I guess is a good way to put it. And he's just sort of looking into town and then towards the gate, and he sees the bunch of you come up, and he like makes a gesture like he's trying to halt to stop you from coming in, but it's very clear he's extremely worried and upset. And on top of that, he's actually a guard that seems familiar to Tsume specifically.
Oh, I'm gonna go up to him. Be like, yes?
Do you remember back in the very yes, back in the very first recorded section, Benlo? Yeah. It's very clearly him, and he's very sort of frazzled as you all come up, and you do not see Shima or Maddie inside at this particular point when you walk up.
Hi.
You just say hi and wave.
Yes.
Well, okay. So that explains that. Do you need something here?
Yes. Have you seen a little girl riding a tiger?
Sort of shifty-eyed.
That's my tiger we're talking about here, so it's best if you tell me the truth.
And then he points off in this direction.
To one of the tents.
To, like, more behind or past the tents.
Okay, thank you.
What does Shiori or anybody else do?
I'm just fascinated that there's a was tiger here.
There's a what?
Was tiger.
Was
You said it was past tense, so.
Ha 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 ha. Akira seems to be making sure to keep an eye on Midori. And oddly enough, it's probably less like I have it positioned there and more like something like this. Sort of keeping.
I'm gonna quickly, like Midori, and be like, should we just tie her along until later?
Who's asking Midori if they want to tag along?
No, I'm not asking Midori. I'm just asking if we should. I'm asking the group here if Midori should
Oh, yeah.
tag along.
Well, considering how they apparently escaped, considering how they apparently escaped from the last jail you put them in, I would say take them to Kage at the very least. And if I recall, our mission is with her.
This is Akane speaking. Like, we took her to the Ikage last time, and she still got out. I think we should just tag her along.
And what? Take her back to Mitsu?
No. We'll make sure things are set up more properly. And actually explain more clearly what she can actually do. But now I guess we need to look for Tsume's pet. And the little girl.
I wager that Tsume's response is friend, not pet, or something.
Yes. Yes, pretty much. It's like, she's a friend and not a pet, and she has a name. Her name is Shima. And the little girl also has a name, Maddie. So,
So Narasaki just she's willing to keep Midori covered. So even though she's vaguely terrified of Midori, but she knows that this group is strong enough to deal with her. They've done it twice. So
I guess we go over into the direction. Unless there's more questions we want to ask this frazzled guard. Probably best if we ask him what he saw.
Who's saying that, Tsume?
This was like out of character.
Oh, okay. You could. He clearly saw something.
I don't really care what we do with Midori. Let's just find Shima and Maddie.
I was just gonna ask, do you wanna... I don't know, maybe you wanna ask the guard and see what he saw? Because he's a frazzled looking person here. Trying to medicate who worries about people.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Okay.
And she's gonna go up to the guy. Is it this guy?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so she's gonna go up to him. And she's gonna say hello.
That's it. Yeah. Hi. You have business here, I guess?
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cause I'm a medic and you look like you weren't feeling 100% and I thought maybe I could help you.
Can you make me forget things and learn not to talk too much?
I can try? What? I suppose by saying not talking too much, you mean that you don't want to tell me anything? Which I'm fine with. You don't have to. I don't know about helping you forget, but sometimes it helps to talk about it.
That seems counterintuitive.
I know.
The time, and he sort of looks past Shiori, the Tsume, and he's, Tiger's yours. Yeah?
Yes.
And why was Maddie riding the tiger?
Because we were trying to get our way to safety from this person, as she points to Midori.
Right. And who is that? Points at Midori.
This is Does Tsume know her name? Out of character?
Don't think she does, because this is actually the first time Tsume's met her.
Okay, then this is gonna be okay. Be like,
Wait, would Shiori know her name?
Yeah. She said
Yeah.
it when you
Okay.
first met her.
Oh yeah. She's gonna go. This is Midori. Midori's an asshole.
and
Midori
she's
sh-
gonna take-
Midori shrugs.
It's
It's like,
zero.
right. Okay. So... And he's sort of, it's like he's trying to piece things together in his head. Okay.
Start with, what did you see?
I saw Tiger and Maddie and I was here to watch the gate because it was things were getting a little crazy, but then Maddie comes in and Tiger
And
then she did something, tried to do something, and then the tiger, I think, maybe, I don't know animals, but I think she got, she? Let's Tsume again. She?
yes.
And, I think she got scared, maybe, and then went off running. I don't. And
Wait,
then,
What scared her?
My tiger got scared?
yeah.
It is Shima.
I don't know. My partner, he went off to make sure that he could try to stop them, and they went off that way. And I'm supposed to stay here.
Okay then. Let's hurry up. And Shimmy starts taking off. Like, okay, bye.
Yep.
Whoop. What's over here? You're not coming along? No, Kai's coming over here.
Okay.
So we charge off.
So, this is actually going to be a fairly easy, roll. Tsume, roll for me survival. For track.
Great. Do I have track? I do not.
Well, you have survival.
I know. I do have survival, and Okami actually has track.
Yeah. Yep. They both can.
$12 and 6.
And I was poked by a Josh, apparently.
Huh.
Alright. 12 and 6.
Yeah.
Who was the 12?
Tsume.
Okay. Fair enough.
Just assume the higher one with like +6 on it is Tsume.
Alright. So you find Sume's or Shima's tracks fairly easily. They're not, being that she's a more tender-footed tiger, they're not like really apparent to someone unless they were looking for them specifically. But you did find them, and they went off in this direction behind the tents, and then sort of more away. And after you sort of follow them for a little bit, you do find Shima, and she's sort of standing over here by herself, and just seems
There's
to
no
be
Maddie?
no Maddie, and she's just sort of I guess she's not like necessarily upset. She just seems equal parts confused and worried, as best as you can tell. And she hasn't seemed to notice you yet.
Sume's
Unless you run
gonna
over to her. Unless you
walk
run over
up
to her.
to her. I'm gonna walk up to her. And there's no other guy around?
Nope. Nobody else. And as soon as you get close enough and she realizes you're there, she glomps.
Okay, hi.
Adorable squish.
Yes.
Oh, Shiori's gonna immediately look for Maddie.
Yeah, we're gonna start looking around for Maddie.
Yep. Alright, roll for me search or spot, whichever one is higher for you. Because technically you're specifically looking for her, so.
Search an actual skill.
Yeah, of course it
Search is a skill.
Oh, one that I have. So spot it is.
Spot it is for Okame. Which is a 13.
Ouch.
15.
But Tsume actually has search.
Is it higher or lower than spot?
It's actually 1 point lower than spot, but it is search, so.
Points into spot.
Hmm?
Why'd you put points into spot? You're a tiger, not a jaguar.
Well, that's a 10 for search.
Wow.
Wow.
The rolls are disliking you today. At least now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you sort of look around and you, I guess, while being lumped by Ashima.
Yeah.
And, you don't actually see Maddie anywhere, at least not in the general vicinity. I sort of imagine these tents for the medical tents being kind of like, I think I described them before being like the military medical tents kind of thing. So I don't know for sure, but do those tents, like, are the drapes or the tarps or whatever you want to call it for a tent all the way down on the ground on that side, or can you see like under them if you're looking in the right spot?
I mean, if you're down on the ground, depending if there's wind and stuff, you might see something, but
Okay.
most time it's like down.
Most of the time it's more or less flat. Okay. But yeah, and as you sort of look around to try to find,
Somebody's actually gonna sit there and call out Maddie, just like questioning Maddie, where are you?
yeah, okay, and right when you do that, Shima, she sort of leans up to quit from having all of her weight on you, which she does a lot, and she sort of points. She sort of points with her head towards the medical tent, and at that point, another guard, this one a lot less frazzled than the other one, does actually sort of raise the tarp and look out, and as he does so, you see that beside him, sitting on one of the cots like from before, is Maddie. She's doesn't seem to be hurt. She's just sort of sitting there, kind of like how most kids do when they're getting ready for a medical checkup or something of the sort.
Oh, yeah.
And Maddie sort of looks over in your direction, and she starts to look like she's going to say hi or wave, but then she thinks better of it and doesn't say anything, and then you just sit there. Yep.
Shiori's gonna go over to her.
Okay.
And,
Somebody's
like,
gonna follow Shiori.
yeah. Are you alright?
As you do so, the some of the other medical Annnnd that was in this tent from before, you of course recognize them, Shiori. And they of course recognize you, and she's...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they of course recognize you, and when you show up, they're like, oh, right, well, that's convenient. Hi again.
She's gonna focus on... she's gonna focus on Maddie, but yeah, like, they're on her list now. Like,
Alright.
okay, I'll get with you later.
Right, yeah. So, do you want to perhaps do treat injury then, maybe? Because technically that's like the heal or medical skill anyway, so even though I've already established that Maddie's not hurt, that would be what you roll.
Yeah, no, she'd be getting a checkup regardless.
Yeah, fair. 25.
Yay!
Nice. Alright.
Not
So-
that yay. That roll is a plus 17.
Well,
So, still.
So, you've worked and healed a lot of people, and you have sense chakra as well. So you pretty much are, your understanding of how, and you have chakra pathways and all that sort of various things as well.
Yep.
You realize, in looking over at Maddie, that she's, on a whole, she's fine. She's not in any real pain. She's not scared or anything like that. She does have this, with your detect emotion, she does have this aura of worry, but it's less worry of paranoia that something's wrong and more worry of child, I think I might have did something wrong kind of thing. And on top of that, though she is not in any sort of pain, since she's a child, her chakra pool is much smaller than most people. And you haven't really messed with chakra signatures on a child her age. But with a 25, you feel two things. One, her chakra pool is a lot smaller than it should be. And two, it's different than what it's supposed to be, but she's got elements of chakra drain in her chakra nodes. It's like somebody's hit her with chakra drain and pulled chakra away, but the chakra's still there and is much smaller than normal. It's very strange.
Is there anything I can do to heal this? It would probably be better if I had my techniques up, wouldn't it?
That might help.
Like,
Oh no!
what?
Remember how I was saying I was poked by a Josh?
Ooh, where are you poked by now?
I was poked by an alabaster and a dally.
Ah.
Oh no, Dolly's in on it.
Wait.
Great.
Wait.
Of course you do. You can't be the poker when you're in the game.
Yes, I can. I can still poke you. I'm not the DM.
Sure. Fine.
I
Anyway.
think. I don't know.
It's fine. You
This
can
is
do.
what I sent to Zero.
Isn't there like a chakra pathways
Whatever.
thing or something? There it is. What's your ninjutsu, Shiori?
My ninjutsu I think is 19.
16.
Hold on, let me look. 16. Oh, ninjutsu, yes.
Okay. If
16,
you want,
yes.
if you want to try to roll,
Same number, different upside down.
Right. So, if you want to roll to do chakra pathways, you can perhaps
I'm
do
checking
that.
to make sure I don't have a healing spell for this, because I'm pretty sure I have something related. What?
Kelson messaged me and said I should totally poke 0. So I hit 0 with poke! Exclamation point. And his response is, damn it, darn.
His response to me was all caps. God damn it, Sarah. And I said you can only blame yourself.
Wait, who is it? 0?
0.
Yeah.
We're allowed to poke 0 because he's a DM too.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
he's DMing right now?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He's the DM for the game Kells is in. I'm looking.
You poke 0.
We're doing. Oh yeah, I could do chakra coil damage.
Mm-hmm.
In all caps, damn it, knife.
Is this temporary damage or is this permanent
is.
damage?
It's temporary. Or at
Okay,
least
so
it
I can
appears to be
heal.
temporary.
Okay, so what I can heal. Technique most commonly used by the shinobi. Using this technique, the user is able to increase the recovery of a single hour of rest.
Mm-hmm.
Result of a complete evening of rest are doubled. 2 hit point per level recovered, 2 points of ability recovered, double their level or hit dice of Tenketsu damage healed, and chakra recovery are doubled. And the subject heals 1 point of temporary chakra coil damage.
That would work here.
Would it? It
Yeah.
requires them to go to sleep within an hour, and I don't know what time it is.
Probably. I would
Oh,
probably
would I
say
have some
it's-
kind of would I have medicine for that? Like a sleeping medicine or something?
You
Like, here,
probably.
go to sleep.
Probably, and if you don't, the
Yeah,
medical tank
I'm gonna
does.
use this on you. I'm gonna roofie you and then put my hands on you.
No,
It-
it's chloroform.
And, I mean, if you don't, the medical tank
Straight up ethanol. Or ether. Diethyl ether.
Yeah, here,
'Cause that's
you
not
just smell this real
dangerous.
quick? Okay.
But yeah, if,
Oh,
if,
no.
if you don't, it makes total sense for the medical tent you're in, too.
Fair enough, yeah. Okay. So yeah, she's gonna go, hey, Maddie, I'm gonna try and heal you up a little bit, but you're gonna need to go to sleep soon.
But I'm not sleepy.
Well, I can give you something that'll help you sleep.
Could you give her a minute and let's talk to her first and see what happened?
I'm more worried about her getting better than.
Is there something wrong?
No, you just seem to be a little bit drained, and I just worry.
Oh, you're talking.
Ask Shiori. Ask Tsume. I worry a lot.
Yeah, she does, and also, she might hear a bit scared, and I want her to know what happened.
I'm sorry.
Well, what happened?
I think it was me. I was scared and worried what was going on, and I think I might have tried to. I don't. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You didn't do anything, did you? You didn't hurt anyone.
No. No, I didn't.
There's nothing to be sorry for.
She still seems sad, but she go ahead and let you do what you need to do. I guess you would technically need to roll for performing Chakra Pathways thing.
It is a DC 13 to perform.
Oh, really? Is it?
Oh, actually, I don't. Yeah, it's no, it's a rank 6. I'm sorry, it's a rank 2 medical technique. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought Chakra
And
Pathways
I'm
was
Top one of page, whichever one this is, page 8. If you're looking at my thing, it's basically the only one on there, but. It's a rank 13. It's a DC 13.
Oh, okay, that one. That works. I was looking at a different technique.
Oh.
That's fine.
Okay, so yeah, she's gonna do that.
Okay.
So we still have an hour to talk to her before she needs to take the medicine if she wants to go to sleep, so.
Okay.
I guess
yeah.
she always says that out. Does she always say that out loud?
Yeah.
Maddie seems very just sad. She looks out of the tent as best she can and looks towards Shima, who's still outside the tent.
Did Shima not follow me in? Because I walked
Actually-
into the tent after Shiori.
Yeah, she actually didn't follow you in. She's at
I'm
the edge
gonna
of
look
the
confused.
She's
Yeah,
at,
I'm gonna
at
sit
the
there and
edge of the
look.
tent. She's at the edge of the tent, though.
I'm gonna sit there and look confusedly at Shima and be like, oh, come on!
And she does so. Very
Just
sort of reluctantly, but yes.
stop that.
Maddie looks up and sees how you are reacting to Shima and she's like, I'm sorry.
For what?
I think it was me.
You scared Shima?
She nods.
What happened?
I was...
Hey, you won't be in trouble.
I was scared and it just sort of happened.
Is there... Can you tell us exactly what happened?
I wanted to do something. I wanted to... I think I would wanted to... I don't know... try to help. And... I remembered when you... And she looks up to Tsume. And I remembered when you had showed me before, like, and she, like, holds her hand like she's making a claw, but she's not doing anything.
My quadruped?
Mm-mm.
Or the fangs? Or, I don't know, buff or...
Do you remember what you showed her?
Yeah, the true fangs on
You
Shima.
You showed her True Fangs on Shima, and you also did Ice Claws.
Oh, ice claws. You tried to do ice claws?
But it didn't work. She looks around between the other people in the medical tent who, oddly enough, at this point in time, they're not focused on her as Shiori is doing her thing to help her, so they're trying to keep Shiori's, basically show that they trust Shiori as a medic because she is a much more competent medic than a lot of them are. So, and she just very quietly is, I don't do jutsu and techniques like anybody else. I'm different. And
Also,
I don't know. It just, I went to try to learn how to be a ninja. Like, I went to try to go into the academy, and I was there for a little while, and I started to try to learn different techniques and stuff, and well, when I would go to do them, I hurt people. I didn't mean to, but I did. And I don't know why.
You think you can
Show me.
try again?
She looks around the medical tent, and she's, again?
Yeah, try doing my ice claws thing again.
Are you sure?
It's okay. I can fix anything you hurt. Don't worry about it. I want you to be able to learn to control it.
She looks to Shima again.
Oh, you're gonna sit there and pet Shima. Encouraging you to be like, it's okay.
Alrighty. So, let's see.
It's okay if you need a minute to look, D.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Oh, hey, cool. Tsume,
Same thing.
roll chakra control. Or if you
Okay.
choose to feel it but not want to resist, you can say that too.
Like, I'm gonna feel it again and stuff, but I'm gonna see, like, how it turns out. The
You can-
resisting?
You can basically, you're feeling the same thing that you did before as you were coming into town. And
Okay.
you can choose if you want, because you sort of see this build up, and I think Tsume is smart enough to realize the connection.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I want to see what it is.
You gonna not resist?
Yeah, not resist.
Okay. Lose 3 chakra. And she has ice claws.
Okay, that's weird.
Oh, I see.
That was tingly. Like,
And
somebody just come there and be like, oh, I felt that before.
And Shiori, since you're sort of focusing on what's going on with your, and you have sense chakra,
Yeah.
you feel, you're sort of watching the area, and you feel that when Maddie makes ice claws, it's not her chakra, it's Tsume's.
So does that mean our my brain, our chakra vampires a thing, right?
They,
I mean, maybe not quite like this, but I mean in general.
in this book, they do have such a thing as chakra vampires, but generally speaking, I mean, in Shiori reading up on it, she would probably, if Shiori read up and knew what a chakra wraith was at the very first meeting, which she did.
Yes.
So she read up on like the monsters and the weird creatures of the world that can inhabit it. And I mean, Tsume would have too. She just probably doesn't remember it as much.
Nope.
But chakra vampires are a thing. But a chakra vampire typically just drains chakra from another person. This is something different. This is someone who is using someone else's chakra to do a thing.
Okay.
So it's similar, but not exactly the same thing as a chakra vampire. But they are a thing.
Yeah, just like here,
Okay.
like somebody says side of you, like, oh, that's tingly.
Alright.
And
I felt something like was taken from me. I'm not sure. That nice ice glass.
And Maddie just sort of waves her hand around with the ice claws and then it's gone. What? Yes. Are you okay? And she looks up to me.
Yeah, I'm fine. Tingly.
Okay. Shiori and actually all three of you are the others in the tent? Did the others did Okami
No,
follow?
Okami is staying near the
Midori.
Midori.
Okay, yeah. Marasagi's nearby. Shiori though. Okay. So everyone roll for me a spot check.
Including Okami and them?
No, just the ones in the tent.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, let's try Shima. $22. Shima gets a 22. The heck?
Alright. So Shima takes that and promptly starts to backtrack out of the tent. Meanwhile, I got to
Again looking confused at her. Like, where
I
are
gotta
you
find
going?
Saraph on the thing.
Am I not on the thing?
I found it. I just had to look up your name on the Skype chat thing. I'm sending
You're
you the
doing
thing.
private messages.
Oh, you're sending me a message, okay.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Interesting.
What kind of feeling do I get from Shima as Tsume sits there and looks confusedly at her as like, why in the world is she leaving?
A decidedly
She's-
soft, fuzzy.
She's backing
Oh, you weren't
up.
talking about touching the cat.
Yes. She's backing up because she is. I mean, she's a tiger. She's not necessarily going to get scared, but it is akin to that. She's very worried and wary of Maddie, is what it seems to me.
Okay.
What do you do with your information you have, Saraph?
What'd you say, Dard? You cut out a little.
Did I? Wow.
Just for me, I think. But what was it?
What do you do with the information you got there?
I'm not sure. I guess she would like inspect more, like get closer and be like, what happened? Like, I guess she's just basically trying to like sense chakra and like figure out what exactly just happened.
Yeah. And she looks back to Tsume and Shima, and she sort of blinks a couple of times and shakes her head, and then she's fine. Back to normal, as it were. She's...
That is disconcerting at best.
Yeah. She then looks very upset with herself again. And sad.
What's wrong? What happened? Now what?
Scared her again.
Hey.
You didn't really scare her. She was just worried. Worried. Tried coaxing her back into the tent again.
She does so. Slowly. It's just a funny image of this like big adult tiger scared of this little girl that she could eat in one bite easily.
Yeah.
But she is.
Nom?
Nom nom.
No.
Anyway. Yeah. So, see, I don't use techniques like anybody else does. And when I was in the academy, it was... I don't know what it is.
That's fine. Sometimes there's things people don't understand, and that doesn't mean it's bad.
She does that.
Means that you're special.
She does that. That, like, it's not. It's some combination of Hinata's little shy finger thing and like wringing of the hands sort of gesture. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And she mutters sort of softly. Granny doesn't seem to think so.
Sometimes people aren't very nice to others who are different, and usually it's because they're really jealous. And sometimes people are afraid of stuff they don't understand, and that's not right and it's not fair, but it happens. That doesn't mean that you did anything wrong.
So you think I can be a ninja then?
Yeah. There were a lot of people that told me I couldn't be a medic, but that's just because I was a better medic than they were. So maybe you'll be the best ninja ever.
How long has it been as we're sitting here conversating?
I mean...
Oh my god, I made myself cry.
Oh.
No!
Oh.
Why'd you do
Sorry.
Hey, if it's somehow
I
an
got
emotional
emotional.
woman, if it's somehow an emotional woman out of nowhere, good job.
Yeah, so...
I mean, mean, I can't do acting like that.
I did an emotion.
I know, right?
Congratulations, you emotion.
That makes me want to. That makes me want to send you the thing that I made for Dally. But anyway,
Didn't you post it in the chat?
I did in the stream.
Or was that a different thing? Yeah,
I did in the stream
I'll
chat.
look at it a bit. But...
I'm
Ah, go
sorry.
eat a cookie!
Oh,
Anyway,
Go hug Ashima!
go hug a
I might
sandwich.
actually get her out and hug her. Yes. Hug it, Sammy. Oh my god, oh no.
What?
I can't see anything because of all the tears.
Oh my god!
Sarah, you need to quit that.
I'll be okay, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Okay.
so Maddie just sort of.
I'm not sad, I'm okay.
Maddie sort of looks down and for a second, and then she goes to actually lie down on the bed. She says, "So you said I had to
Take
take
a
a
nap.
nap?"
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I know, nap times suck.
I like
She's-
nap times.
She sort of gives Tsume this like it's this sort of skeptical look all of a sudden, and she goes, "I'm not that young."
I'm sorry, I must be infected. Like, I don't know. I have connection.
You might have took naps when you were 8, but not me. And then at that, she actually yawns.
He just sits there and smiles.
Alright. So you then probably go to get the medicine, which I'm not even going to have you roll for. You're in a medical tent, so. And then
Okay.
you sort of lay her down on the cot and get her to go to sleep. Which is actually fairly
Okay.
easy, considering the yawn that she did herself, even though she did say she wasn't sleeping. But anyway.
Or shit.
So, yeah. And where do you go from there? Or, rather, what was perhaps going on with Midori and Okami at that point?
Okame's just staring at her.
What?
Like, nope, you're not gonna go anywhere.
If I knew who you were and who I could perhaps turn into to make you upset, you know I totally will with you staring at me like that.
Right. I don't think if you
You guys
met
be nice.
anyone that I know, you probably wouldn't be out here.
So this is happening while y'all are in the tent, so Shiori can't necessarily say that.
Oh,
um,
sorry.
oh, you're fine. Midori just shrugs. Whatever. And then Akira speaks up and don't let him get under your skin. Midori tries to do that with people. Though, you seem like the type that would probably be a bad idea.
Yeah. But I wouldn't mind studying her. She actually gets this like really thoughtful, like deep thought look on her as she's like just staring at Midori. Like,
Shiori's going to have her doctor sense tinkle and lean out the tent and go, Midori, shut up! No.
Midori just is like from one mad scientist to another. Great.
explain to us how you escaped? Did you do your little tricky thing and got out?
No.
How'd you
Didn't
escape then?
Have... suppose it doesn't hurt to tell you, does it?
No, it doesn't.
And Midori just sort of leans close, like almost obnoxiously close to Akami, and walked out the back door.
You walked out the back door.
Yep. Somebody was kind enough to give me a little bit of help, and yeah, I walked out the back door. Just had to have it made first.
Alright, do you mind telling us what you're doing with the girl then?
Just another mission of mine that you guys screwed up. And she shrugs.
Who gave you the mission?
You don't even know who the girl is, do you?
No, but it seems like Tsume does. And judging from how hard she hit you earlier, I'm suppose she's not happy with you either. So, I mean, we could just leave you two alone together and, oh, I don't know, she might get some answers out of you, but...
Sure. Go for it. It'd be fun.
Why don't you just tell us?
What? What do you even...
Gave you the mission?
Yasagiro, of course. Who do you think I work for?
Who in there is a hero? Who are you supposed to take her to? Where?
Well, both of those informations is sort of classified, but I will say, not Mitsu.
Yeah.
Since that seems to be who you all are attached to. Yeah, not her. And then Akira pipes up, and he's like, and he sort of looks over at the tent for a minute. No. No.
What?
Really? And then he sort of like grabs Midori and like turns him around to face him roughly.
Hey.
It was
What's wrong?
Sozen. And Midori shrugs. Midori does that sort of like knowing shrug kind of thing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you played Phoenix Wright, but you know, like the Edgeworth shrug. It's like, the knowing shrug. It's like, I know what you're talking about, but I'm not going to talk about it, kind of thing.
Okay, and what does this Sozen want with that girl then?
He wants to
Seems a little
eat
too
her.
young. Seems a bit too young to be useful for anything.
Yeah. It's because he doesn't intend to. I think it's his daughter.
Well, that's interesting theory.
Dun, dun, dun.
As if y'all didn't already know, because I'm not a genius at keeping things away from people.
Hey.
Because, you know, otherwise that would have been a reaction from Shiori. Just was like, what the freak? What?
Well, Shiori's not here.
Huh?
So, Shiori's not here, so...
Well, I mean, not Shiori, Saraph. But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Saraph remembers who Sozin is.
I think Sozin is the guy who gave her the bracelet that kept shocking Tsume for no reason.
Oh,
Well, no,
that?
there was a reason. Just everyone kept rolling.
Oh, you already met who gave Midori, who gave Shiori the bracelet.
Was it this one?
Maybe.
Oh, don't let Shiori find that out.
Anyway.
Okay. I'm just gonna go back over here now. Shall we continue?
Yes. Akira's just... So the little girl is Sozin's. That kind of explains a lot.
It explains a lot. What?
Why the like you said, she's young to be useful. Why would the Yazagiri want her? If it's Sozin's daughter, there's your answer.
Right.
Do we tell the others?
We will. Let's just get this one in place where hopefully she won't walk out the back door again.
And actually, on that, you said that you had to have somebody make the back door for you. Does this mean you didn't escape by yourself? What was your first clue? Okay, so Cell alone this time.
Or we stay here for a bit while I guess you take care of your
Echo.
friends. And we keep an eye out in case someone else comes here to get her out.
Was Echo because there was an echo, or was there echo because of cat?
Cat?
I heard Sarah say echo.
Oh, it's yes, cat.
Okay, just checking.
Sorry.
Oh, Butterface.
Butter kitty. Alright. And if Saraph is more or less done with cats, at least a little bit, then this could be the point when the others come back out.
Yeah. Sarah?
And,
What?
yeah, you come back out of the tent, and you see that it appears as if Okami and Midori and Akira were having a very nice, lovely conversation while you were inside the tent. You actually see Akira's got his hands around Midori's, like, shirt collar. And then the two of you come out and he lets go.
What now?
Oh, she's being stubborn.
Isn't she?
Akira speaks up. Tsume, you said before that you met the little girl, right?
Yeah, when we came to the village here before.
Okay.
We were escorting.
Do you know who she is?
I met her grandmother. I know where her grandmother is. Well, she lives with her grandmother and stuff, but her father left and kind of got into some trouble. But that's pretty much the extent of it.
Do you know anything about that trouble?
Let's see if Tsume can remember.
Roll int.
Oh, fantastic.
It's not going to be that hard.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
No, I don't exactly remember what the trouble is.
Right. Okay. Is the little girl alright?
She's sleeping.
Good. So now what?
I guess we go take her to... pointing at Midori and be like, I guess we go and put her someplace.
Preferably a jail cell alone this time? Says
Why?
Akira. Because they didn't get out with their own shape-shiftingness. They said that somebody was kind enough to give them a back door and they just walked out.
Okay.
That's what I said. So, jail cell by themselves.
Yeah, that's... I guess it goes to the Kage?
Yep. Unless Shiori has anything she wants to say. In response to Akira questioning Tsume about who the little girl was.
Okay, what just happened? Okay, my brain just scrambled because I freaked out about the mute thing.
They can't hear me.
Akira was talking to Tsume when you guys came back out of the tent, and was asking if Tsume knew who Maddie was. And Tsume says, you know, the bit about she lives with her grandmother. Her father was gotten into trouble. She doesn't remember what that trouble was, and it's clear that Akira now has at least something concerning Maddie himself when he didn't before. And with that, of course, you have, you know, the bit about Midori having not escaped on their own or was shape-shifting, but rather somebody in another cell decided to let them out via making a back door. So, that's why Akira was talking about, you know, this time you get a jail cell with no one else there, preferably. Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you had Shiori would have any response to either one of those things.
Not in particular.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't think.
So, to the Kage.
Yep, because we head over there.
Alrighty. So, let me grab all the peoples. Over here. Boop. Boop. Alright. So, in walking in to the Kage's place, you see, of course, the same library that Ryan had saw when he was in here previously. It's clear that the Kage enjoys reading, or at least appears to, just because there's lots of books. And there is a as you sort of walk in, you see a familiar individual walking back as you're coming in the door. She's walking back in a huff with her little cane and whatnot, and Tsume recognizes her, obviously. It's
Is it Grandma?
It's Grandma.
Oh, hi! I'll come find you.
You again.
Yes, me again.
It's your fault. Where is my little girl?
What do you mean it's my fault? She's sleeping in the middle of the tank after we sat there and Shiori here fixed her up a bit. Why is it my fault?
She just sort of shakes her cane in your general direction and moves to sort of plow between everyone to go outside the door.
And Tsume's kind of like looking back a little bit, like looking at the cane, like, is she actually going to use the cane? And just like kind of stop and be like, could you please tell me why it's my fault?
She, unless somebody tries to stop her, she's just gonna walk on past. She's not gonna smack anybody or anything like that. She's just gonna sort of old granny plow her way through.
Okami's just going to sit there and block the doorway.
Ah. Okami's blocking the doorway, huh?
Yes. Like, she asked a question. Oh, what'd she do?
Okami, roll reflex.
Okay.
Nope.
What happened? This is
so-
gonna be hilarious.
So she's she's plowing through, and then as Okami comes to sort of block the door, she like swings her cane down and knocks Okami off of her feet, and then just sort of over the top of her and walks out the door.
Okami sits there and looks at the old lady and be like, oh no, she didn't!
Yep.
Okami's gonna sit there and look at Shiori and be like, what was her problem? Can Okami attempt to grab her cane?
You can try.
Okay. And she like walks over Okami.
Yeah.
Like, oh no you don't.
Roll, I guess, a melee. Yeah, you got it. Do you
And be
do you
like,
like grab her
"Hey."
cane? Do you grab her cane to hold on to it to
Yeah,
stop her from
just
moving,
like
or do you?
hold on. Or just
Or-
like kind of hold on to it as she like goes over Okami and just like kind of be like, hey, wait a minute. Don't get nice.
Okami's actually, like, it's not for very long at all, and Okami's actually dragged for a little bit, and then Grandma turns back around and looks into, let go.
Can you at least answer our questions? And can you please apologize for looking me down, please?
You were in my way.
Yes. Look, she's sleeping. From what Tsume said, could you at least answer some questions? Because we have some questions. Preferably about someone who possibly might have taken her out of this village.
Kevin knows everything that I do. Just talk to her. I need to check on Maddie.
She's
Shiori's gonna
hollow as
Shiori's gonna go. Well, yes, but I mean, Shiori's gonna go up to her and say, if you could do me a favor and not wake her up. She needs to rest.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not gonna wake her up, okay? I have to see my little girl, okay? Is that so wrong?
Is this the woman that she was talking about?
This is the grandma
This
that
is
Tsume was talking about.
this is very clearly a
Shiori-
grandmother, so
Okay, yes, but I mean, like, is when she was talking under her breath about...
yes. Logical chain of events, this would be that person, yes.
Shiori is already wary of this woman, so...
Mm-hmm. Gonna let her go, though?
Yeah.
Shiori's actually
Kami's
gonna follow out.
Kami's just gonna let go of the cane.
Or
Does
whichever
herself.
token she is, I can't remember.
It's the blue diamond one.
Yeah, Shiori's gonna follow after her.
Oh, you're gonna follow after the grandmother?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's going off this way toward the medical tent.
Akame sits there and has like
Should I just
slightly
teleport
indignant.
Do we focus on Midori and the Kage?
Oh no,
or
no!
do we
By all
focus-
means, focus on information, not on emotional Sarah because she's emotional.
So, what do you
Can
do,
I-
Tsume, after seeing that?
Sarah's just be like, she's cranky as Okame's just standing there looking indignant, just like, she's surprisingly strong for being an old woman.
Mayasagi just sort of, she kind of is, but I think it makes sense, maybe. I mean, she's worried about her granddaughter.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, let's take care of our prisoner here.
Right. And you guys take her inside, or take Midori inside, and you sort of approach the doorway, and you see the old lady Kage that Ryan met before that you did not. And she's just sort of...
And then looking at all of us like,
she's sitting there behind like this big stack of papers, and she's got a whole bunch of paperwork, and she appears to be just as old as the granny that just walked out the door. And she's... Hello, yes, you need something too?
yeah, do you have a place where we can put a prisoner from the Azagiro?
As it...
Preferably securely watched and by themselves.
As it... Giro,
Yes.
you've
They're the bad guys.
fought your child. And you dealt with the... Okay.
This
Yeah.
is Okame like looking at her like, really?
Yes,
We're from the
there-
village, hidden in the badasses.
Yes, there
Yes.
is a jail, a prison cell downstairs. You can... I'll put
I,
somebody on guard to make sure if that's what you wish. What is
I
it?
want to make this clear before you do. She can change how she looks.
Wait. Okay, hold on. You say that like, and she like goes through her papers. And she's surprisingly quick for an old woman. And she grabs one of the paperwork and she's. You say that like they've escaped before.
They have. We took her to
Shigoteya.
another village. Yes, and she escaped.
Right.
Someone gave her a back door.
says here, back of the prison cell was found completely destroyed. 2 of the prisoners escaped. I guess there. This Midori is one of them. This person is one of them.
Yes.
Fair. Okay. Well, I'll post a guard down there. Make sure it's pretty well guarded. Okay. Did you have anything else for me?
I don't, but like I'll probably still tell us about Tsume and then Akira, but I think maybe they do. But
Come in.
we do need to have a conversation.
She actually forces a smile, but it's very clear that it is forced. And she smiles and says, "Hello. What is it that you two need?"
We need someone with high musical skills.
You've come to the right place for that, yes.
Yes.
We have a prisoner to bring you from the Azagiru. Now please, have a conversation with these 2 Azagiru members.
Tommy's not a member of Azagiru yet.
I mean,
Nor would she ever be.
the fact that you said yet implies some things.
She's pretending to be cooperating so far.
She's just an intern.
Yes.
Yeah, she's an unpaid intern.
Anyway.
This is a really long coffee run.
So, she,
I was kind of like, Sumi's just sitting there gonna be like, well. Yeah, we were kind of sent here to ask for your help in something.
I wager
Yeah.
that you have someone who is in trouble and needing of special healing then.
Yeah, we have some. She's been kind of stuck in a coma for a really long time.
Coma?
Yeah, it's kind of a coma, more like you're stuck in an ultimate dreamscape.
She sort of goes through some of her other paperwork and I haven't. And this is the first time I'm hearing of this. Why?
Well, the person who sent us here, I'm not doing it for them, but I'm doing it for the girl who's in the coma. Since I kind of met her and talked to her and we're kind of friends.
Wait. You met someone who has been in a coma for a few years.
Yes. And I kind of promised her I would get her out of the coma.
The short version
Violet
is
in
it's
there?
complicated.
She
not
like
there.
reaches out and pushes all of her papers like off and onto the floor of her desk and then points to the chair that's nearby. Sit now.
I'm not there, but my snark is interdimensional.
Yes.
It's just like, is the paperwork like everywhere
Yes.
on the floor?
Yep.
Like, well, that's gonna be a mess to clean up. It's just, Sume's gonna sit there and kind of like slightly 50, be like, okay, sits down.
Who says it's going to be a mess to clean up?
Okay, Sume.
Yeah. She just sort of waves her hand dismissively and goes, I'll get Benlo to do it. Anyway. You said that she's been in a coma for several years.
By the looks of it, a long time.
Right.
When I met her, she was young, very young looking.
But you met her, you spoke to her. That's not a common thing for those in a coma. That's kind of the point of being in a coma.
Yeah, there's a reason why I was in the coma.
perhaps that would be the way to help get her back. Did you try that?
We tried. I failed at
I'd
it.
just like to point out that is some S-class what do you call it? Patronizing.
Yeah, that's intended.
God, I don't like her.
So it's like, I thought they were like, well, I did try to bring her out when I went back into the coma again, but I failed.
I suppose you're going to tell me now that she's hidden off somewhere where no one is able to find her because, for some strange reason, you're the only one who wishes to help her, or perhaps she is with, I don't know, some band of misfits or other. I don't know.
I wouldn't say misfits.
Unfortunately, I
wouldn't
can't
say misfits, just a band of, international criminals.
There's a lot going on right now.
Well, would it help in sake that if we do this, we might be able to talk one of the 3 leaders of the Azikiro into coming in? Turning themselves in? Tsume kind of slightly shrink a little chair, a bit looking at Shima and stuff, and then at Akira.
She, backs away from the, she, pushes herself away from her desk and stands up, which, it should be noted that she stands up to her full height, but it's clear when she stands to Tsume that she's in that age where she's not usually up to her full height. She kind of has that, old person slump, but yet she's standing at her full height when she stands up. And she just sort of walks away, pinches the bridge of her nose with one hand, and then with her right hand, she slams into the wall and busts it to the room on the other side. Just in one go.
Okay, I can see her a little upset here. Yeah. Okay. The thing is, the girl that I'm trying to help is sister of Mitsu. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not doing this for Mitsu, I'm doing this for her sister.
At this point, there is actually it's sort of discernible to everyone in the room, even if you don't have sense chakra. There is this aura of orange chakra around her feet. And, she does this sort of calming breath. And you want me to help you save her, perhaps lead to Mitsu turning
herself in, yeah.
That's the plan here.
Yeah. So he's now muttering under her breath, where in the hell is Shiori?
This is
I'm
when
not
the
good
scene
at
cuts.
this.
Shiori would not be helpful. She's just gonna be like, "Man is a strong word."
Well, I mean, you being there would help be able to help.
Oh, no, yeah.
Possibly talk to her.
Alright,
Yeah.
and
I'm
this
kind of
is and this,
struggling, going like, I have no clue what to do.
and this is where the scene flips to where Shiori is doing.
Oh, good.
So, you sort of follow the old woman into the tent, and
Ow.
she does what she said she was going to do. She goes over, she sees Maddie lying on the cot asleep, and she just sort of sits. She very clearly seems much calmer when she sees that Maddie is there, and then she just sort of slowly walks her way over to the cot and sits down beside where Maddie's asleep. And that's all she does.
Shiori's gonna kind of walk over and like just check over Maddie real quick and then go. So you're her grandmother?
Yes. And I worry that...
Special.
Oh, I think you cut out.
Oh, no, go ahead with yours.
You go ahead. It makes more sense that way.
Yeah, so she's gonna go, you know, she's really special.
Special, huh? I suppose, being a medical ninja, you saw what she's capable of doing then.
I have.
And you say it's special.
Yes, it is. It's not. It's not the norm. For sure. But it's not something bad. She just needs to learn to control it.
Well,
Someone limited her chakra pretty badly.
she shakes her head. Her chakra's not limited. Exactly. That's part of it. She has a bloodline. It
How?
doesn't always manifest with people. For example, I don't have it, but she does, and so does my son. I forget the name. It's something very...
Would Shiori know it?
No.
No, okay.
I
So
mean,
that
you could,
rare.
you could roll it if you wanted to, but I'm just going to tell you now, if you want to roll Ninja Lore for it, it's going to be pretty hard.
Can I roll treat injury for it, since its bloodlines are a medical thing as well?
It'd be higher up on the...
It'd be a harder roll, but I have a better bonus.
Right, yeah. I guess you can.
So instead of rolling a difficult roll with my ninja lore with a +4, I'd be rolling a really difficult roll with a +17.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not that great.
Nope. Not high enough. She... I try to keep... From your expression,
Sorry,
I
Mike.
guess... You're fine. From your expression, I don't dislike ninjas. I don't think that Maddie couldn't be a ninja. I just worry that if she tries to train as one, that side of her will become apparent, and not many people are very comfortable with that. Especially with...
I'm not... Okay, there I am. Sorry, I wasn't picking up for a second.
Did you hear
Oh
me
my
though?
god, why is my... I can hear you just fine. I wasn't picking up. So she's gonna go... Well, you seem to have given Maddie the impression that you think she shouldn't be a ninja. She's...
I know.
Yes, it would be difficult for her. But it's also difficult for someone who's not physically strong. Or someone who's not good with chakra, or someone who's not good at particular types of ninjutsu. Everyone has something. A bloodline doesn't make it easier or harder to be a ninja, it makes it different to be a ninja. It makes you a different kind of ninja. She needs a particular team composition, someone with a lot of chakra, for her to borrow, and it'd take a very special teacher, but she shouldn't feel like that it's not okay for her to be her.
You're pretty smart.
Well, I had a pretty good teacher myself.
I see. You're right. I know you are. But I can't help but still worry about it.
Worrying's different from making her feel like she's not acceptable.
I guess you're right. And she sort of very gently just
I'm not... Just to be clear, I'm not trying to tell you off or anything,
No,
You're not the only one worried about her.
She smiles and she just sort of gently moves Maddie's hair from in front of her face. I don't suppose you know any good teachers, do you?
I could think of one or two. I don't know how much free time they have right now, but
I think
there are a lot of good senseis in my village.
And where is your village? Across the sea.
Not only did I forget across the sea because I can't remember the damn name of it.
Dataku.
She's gonna go. Dataku, that's it. Yeah, she's gonna say it's kind of across the sea to the east.
And do you think she would go with you?
If we could find her a teacher there, then yes. I'm sure we could talk her into going with us. I don't know if she would want to leave her home and her family.
She wants to leave. I started this whole
She
thing.
wants to leave. She wants to leave. I would help her if it would be okay with you.
Well,
I know what it's like to have family taken away from you, and I don't want either of you to feel like that.
well, you just saying that she's willing to see her as special, willing to see her as somebody capable of doing amazing things. Has trust enough for me to let her go on with you. And maybe you won't find a teacher for her. But you know, maybe you won't have to.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but thank you.
I was a ninja too. A long time ago.
Yeah.
And
No kidding, she was able to drag Okame.
yeah. And I know a good person when I see them. And you very much have a kind and protective aura. And I know that little Maddie wants to leave. I don't like it, but like you said, I can't stop her from learning and trying. And I know she can't do it here. If you'll have her, and if you'll protect her, I don't see why she couldn't go with you. Although, you said across the sea, I don't really know.
I've made the trip several times now.
I don't really know how Maddie would handle a boat, but
Well, luckily we usually take a charter, so she doesn't have to handle the boat.
fair enough. And she puts her hand on your shoulder. I can trust you to keep an eye on her, right?
As long as she's one of my patients, then her life comes before mine.
Wow.
I do that for anyone that I take care of.
She sort of looks out towards the Kage house and she's... I suppose all those folks I just passed before are your teammates that you're taking care of, yeah?
Most of them.
Even the big girl that I trampled?
Yes, she's a teammate. She's not the one I was referring to.
Tell her I'm sorry about that. Can you blame me?
She's not so bad when you get to know her. Not that she'll wet you. But
She seems like the type.
she's not so bad anyway.
She seems like the type. Actually,
She's smart.
she kind of reminds me of someone. What do you know about her?
How much? She's... I mean, just what you can see from experience being around her. But other than that, just bloodline, highly intelligent, a little morally gray, but she doesn't let it get away from her.
Well, I think I'll head back home and start to make sure Maddie has everything that she needs to. She ran off before, and she didn't really pack up everything that she would need to take.
Well, we'll make sure she has everything this time.
The granny, she sort of slowly walks off to head back
Okay.
to their house, their home, or whatever.
Okay.
So what do you do then?
We
You head
can
back
switch back to the other group.
Are you gonna stay there, or are you gonna head back to the Kage house?
Yeah, no. Let's head back over there then.
Okay.
She's gonna make sure that somebody's keeping an eye on Maddie,
Yeah,
and then
are.
head back.
They are.
Okay.
Alright. So do you walk into the Kage office or Kage building?
Yeah. She's just gonna find wherever Tsume is and go there.
Okay. You get there just as soon as the Kage just like fist a hole in the wall.
So he's just sitting around like, he's here, not happy. Looking around like, oh dear God, help me.
Shiori's gonna like place her hand on Tsume's arm.
Oh, you're here, thank God. Please, help me. She's obviously upset about
What's going on?
something. I was telling her the truth of what's going on. Of why we came to see her.
I'm tempted to say you should roll spot to see if you can tell that Shiori's eye is twitching.
Wait, just because I'm curious.
Sure, she gets the truth.
I told you, Tsume told you
No,
the truth.
but just the
Nope.
like we practically had to beat it out of you with the. Oh wow, we had to practically beat it out of you the first time when you left with your summoning thing.
So,
And then we're gone
yes,
for,
she
like,
doesn't see
2
the
weeks.
aneurysm that you're having. Like the aneurysm you're having.
And then you see what I mentioned before? Like the orange chakra just sort of flows around the Kage's feet, and then she just sort of does
So
a
we've seen this on
Yes.
we've seen this on another character, right? The orange chakra. Does this specifically is this like notating that it's a Jinkurishi?
Yes.
Jinchurishi?
Jinchuriki. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we saw it on our Kage.
Mm-hmm. You know, and you spoke to other Kages, so you know now that, you know, with lore and everything else. Plus, when you were speaking to the other Kage before, Ryan actually mentioned it to you, Shiori specifically. So, you know that the Kages in most villages are Jinchuriki. You don't.
Right.
Shiori may not know all the details as to what that entails, but she would know that it means that there is a powerful entity of chakra and another personality of sorts in the various different Kages.
Okay.
And yeah, there's just the orange swirl of chakra around her feet, and she slams her hand against the wall and just like shatters the whole thing. And then she does like a calming gesture. So Mitsu may turn herself in if we save this girl.
Yes.
What I know that this Kage is the medic one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you would know all that because you know this is the medic village. So
Right. Okay. Yes.
now granted, she's a medical Kage, but there isn't technically a medic tail beast. So she doesn't have
Slug thing.
that. She doesn't have that, but she does have the closest to it. Yes, she is the what is it, six tails, I think, six-tailed slug.
Yeah.
Sluggy bug.
And
Slug.
Slug as a summon are very proficient with healing, so I just kind of meshed those two together, and so she can both summon slugs and is a slug Jinchuriki. So what is your plan? What do you wish to do? Do I travel with you? Do you blindfold me and take me somewhere so that I don't know where this layer of hers
we
is?
get summoned somewhere.
summoned somewhere.
Yeah. It's kind of like reverse summoning.
I see. Am I allowed to know where it is, too?
Yeah, it's in the rabbit realm.
Shiori tenses up visibly.
Well, when we came out, we actually came, me and him, we actually came out at the wall down south.
Interesting. I haven't heard of
Yeah.
rabbits spending time in the desert. Might have to look into that.
Fine.
Shiba said, like, I hear it's like, didn't you say it was moved?
He nods, and she sort of does a double take, and she's like, moved?
Yeah, they moved the portal for it down into the wall.
How does one move a summoning portal?
I have no clue.
Alright. Well, I suggest then you spend the rest of the day here, just so that I can get my own insanity in order here. But if you want to go and help this person,
I do think you might want to look at something before you go. Because it's kind of tied in to her being in a coma, I think, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not a medic ninja here.
she raises an eyebrow and looks at you.
Somebody's gonna shift and actually, like, show her the mark. The curse mark. Like, shift her clothing a little bit. Mitsu gave me this. This is how I got into the coma where I met this girl.
I see.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute. And she, like, goes into her papers again that are actually on the floor. And, she is this weird sort of, she's
Wait,
oddly
did
enough,
she get down on the floor to the papers that she pushed off the desk?
yeah,
Oh,
she went to grab at the papers on the floor, and oddly enough, even though she knocked them away and they're all scattered about, she goes to this paper without even really having to look for it. And she picks it up and she looks, and she's the curse seal.
Yep, for sure. I think,
So
okay, real quick out of character, I think Shima, our cat, is actually trying to get up here and is failing.
Good. I win.
So
Haha, Shima, I have thumbs, I won.
So you went into this comatose state. Wow.
Did Shiori get all of this explained to her?
Yeah, it was part of
Yes.
Tsume's story that she
Okay.
told you.
Yeah, that's right. So she's gonna go. It seemed to be some kind of shared consciousness thing.
Agreed.
Do you... Is there a way you might have more information on this? Oh god, I'm not... you guys even hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay.
Mitsu wrote a book, but I do not have it on me.
You mean this one?
Well,
Does she
Holds
hold
up
up
the
a
piece
book?
of, she holds up the piece of paper she's been looking at.
Is that a book?
Picture of the book?
I mean, it's a book.
It's like a collection of papers all stapled together. It's not actually a book, no.
Can I take a look at it and see if I find anything similar to it as the book?
Yep. A lot of it is actually matching up. It's not it's not the same handwriting by any means,
Obviously.
but it is the same sort of wording, and it's not the whole book either. It's just like bits and pieces, but it is there.
Where do you get this? Look at this. This is awfully close.
Mitsu's not the only one with spies.
Spies.
Yes. To learn more about what her group is trying to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I understand. I understand.
Don't be rude.
I'm sorry. It's just we're kind of been longer than we were expected to be gone.
She
So
punched a wall.
I know.
Just trying to be nice.
I'm sorry.
Is this in character?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's like this is there and apologize.
It's fine. I will help you, but I do have at least a few things to take care of. And I believe, and she sort of looks at Shiori, I believe you have the same. If
Same?
stuff to take care of.
Oh. Yes.
What's the same stuff to take care of?
Well, Tsume did see Shiori run off after the old lady that was Maddie's grandmother, rather.
Oh, yeah.
So,
How does she know about this?
Hmm?
So how does
Buggy
she know
bug.
this? Buggy
she
bug?
She has
She-
spies everywhere.
she chuckles and she
What
says
did you knock over now?
she chuckles and she's I have to keep a watchful eye on my home. And I
Cutest
saw
thing ever.
you go walking off and speaking to yes, I think there's at least another
Speaking
small
to?
young girl. She didn't finish the sentence.
Oh.
She sort of backtracked and I think there's at least some other small young girl that you would want to at least look into before we leave. But, as you said, we're on a time constraint. We can leave before the night's out, if that's required.
Sumi's gonna look at it clear, like, well, what do you think? Wait until tomorrow?
I think we should wait until morning. Maddie's gotta have a full night of rest, and I'd prefer if she got all of it, and make sure that she knows not to wander off until we get back.
I think her grandma can handle that.
Oh, I'd still like to make sure consistency in treatment and all that.
Yeah. Dr. Shiori. Okay.
Hardly a doctor, I just
And she
have standard.
she sort of waves her hand forward and you go and do that. Look after little Maddie, and I will prepare for our trek. Oh, And she looks to Tsume again. You say it's a summoning thing, yes?
Yeah. It's like a reverse summoning, yeah.
I take it that means that one of you, and she sort of looks between the group, one of you could summon to allow you to reverse summon yourself there, then?
I'm the summoner of the group. But no, Mitsu gave me a file to use. She like pats around for it and then she pulls it out and holds it up.
If reverse summoning is what we're going to do, I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Why?
You were still affected by Mitsu's chakra.
I'm not under her mind control like some of us.
That may be true.
With all due respect, Mitsu is dangerous, and we don't know if there's some kind of trap set up if Tsume isn't the one doing it. I would know if she was under some sort of control, and other than the curse mark, she doesn't seem to be. Oh, I think it might be safest for you and for all of us if Tsume does the summoning.
Unless there's a reason why you'll think it's best if you should do it. I mean,
Shiori
This cat.
rolled charisma.
Oh, balls. Shiori's gonna get her face wall punched in. What is what's my
2.
charisma?
+2.
2. Oh good, I'm so dead.
do you have diplomacy?
No, she does not.
Apparently.
Well, I mean,
I already looked it up.
Action points. Cough.
Go ahead.
But 18. I can't do that twice, can I?
No.
Okay.
She sort of
18.
raises an eyebrow at you, and she's you make a fair point.
I mean, what's your reason of wanting to do the summoning yourself? I'm just curious.
She probably doesn't trust you.
Right.
It is not warranted, I'm sure. I see in your chakra that you don't necessarily have her chakra flowing through you directly at this point in time. So no, you would not be mind controlled. I would be able to see that. However, it was just a precaution, and I had to voice it. But
Okay, understandably.
if your friend there, you're the young medic from before, I'm rather impressed
Yes,
with that. I'm rather impressed with that, by the way.
What?
Helping all those with the cursed Sharingans.
I became a ninja, and specifically a medic, to help people. And regardless of the situation, people are always going to be people. So, yes, I help them.
I think some of the other medics that I have worked with could use some training such as that.
I would agree.
Go check on little Maddie. I'll let Miss Tsume here do the summoning as needed.
Okay. Now I just have to figure out how to take all of us there.
I'm
So I
glad
need
I
to have
kept
my
that
hands
line.
free.
I'm glad I kept that line serious. Because my brain did not want me to.
What?
My
What?
brain was going, people are always going to be people, and sometimes those people are going to be rabbits, but that's okay too. Damn it.
Oh, because
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. She...
Sorry. And sometimes they're going to be kitty people.
Wow.
Sometimes they're going to be angry spiders, and we're just going to have to leave.
So she smiles and she says, "That's simple. You make a bigger summoning circle. As long
Does
as
that mean I
you're-
have to push more chakra into it to make it bigger?
you give it time, and to make a proper circle, you can draw it out, and I will help you as needed. However,
Okay.
once it's big enough, you will be the one to push your chakra into it, and it will take quite a bit of energy to do. I will give you that, depending on the amount of people you wish to take with you all at once.
So maybe like starts counting my hand. I'd be like, well, there's Shiori, there's Kame, there's Kira, there's Marasagi, there's Shima, and then there's me, and then you. Is there anyone you want to bring?
That's not required.
Okay, so that's like 7?
And are any of those people, or names, I suppose, are any of those names you mentioned non-human? I take from your demeanor that you're a bit of a beastmaster.
Shima and Marasagi.
Mhm.
Is Marasagi in the room, by the way?
No, she's not.
No, she's not. She's out hiding about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, she names them. Shima, my tiger, and then Marasagi a rabbit.
She raises an eyebrow at that, and she's, "Rabbit, huh?"
Yeah.
She's a friend.
Yeah. So she is a friend, but I was gonna ask her if she wanted to come along because it was her old room.
Well, for
I
what
don't
it's worth,
know that she would want to.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask her. So it might just be maybe.
for what it's worth,
I mean, just the... Oh, go ahead.
for what it's worth, the fact that she is from there will make reverse summoning her there easier.
But the amount of psychological damage she's
This is very true.
gotten, like she's sustained from Mitsu, is way beyond what I think should be.
And
It's a variable we can't count on. As
Yeah,
good as it
and-
would be to have her in a fight, or just in general, I think it'd be better if she stayed somewhere safe.
Yeah, and the fact is that she is kind of the last summon of the rabbit realm. I think. Yeah.
And if I remember right, so long as there's one to make a pact with, then we might be able to rebuild the realm.
This is indeed true.
Which
Yeah.
kind of makes me feel bad that we've been kind of putting her in the line of fire so many times.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, we want to protect her and stuff, so protecting her is keeping her by her side.
Speak to her. Speak to Maddie. Get some rest.
Definitely not coming with us.
And
Yeah, no, she's gonna have to wait.
Get some rest. because I'm sure you three need it as well. 4, rather. Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
And I will prepare myself as well.
Alright then. Thank you for your time, and thank you for helping us. Potentially.
We'll see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes to pick up all the papers that she had thrown on the floor.
Yeah.
Actually, no. She goes to starts to do that, and then she remembers, and then she sort of walks with you guys as you go to the door to head out.
Hmm?
And I'm assuming y'all are making your way over to... Where are you going, anyway?
Isn't this the inn down here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna head there. But I'm sure Shiori's probably gonna go to a medical tent and stay there.
Shiori's gonna find Marasagi first.
Oh, right, we need to go out and talk to her.
Arasagi is on the roof of the Kage house.
Okay, yeah, as soon as she steps outside, Shiori's just gonna jump up there.
Why don't
Boing.
you both come down here?
And as you two are having that sort of exchange, the Kage steps out of the Kage house. Bend low. Get over here. And then the frazzled guard from before goes running into the...
Oh no!
Oh! Mr. Loudmouth, hi!
Yep.
No,
No wonder he's frazzled.
he shouldn't be. I don't think
No.
he should
He's
be
probably
guarded
only
for-
here because she punched the other guard.
No. He's here for 2 reasons. 1, he's here to help her repair the wall. And 2, he's there to help pick up the papers.
Oh, right.
I meant alive, not like physically there, but I meant like he's only alive because she punched the other guard.
No. Anyway.
What other guard, you ask? Exactly.
So, you go up to talk to Marasagi then?
Yes.
Do you ask her to come down so that Mitsu is there, or Tsume is there as well?
I wanted to
Yeah.
ask her.
So, she humps down. You're probably both all over here now.
Up.
Oh,
I seem to be on
and
top
Sume's in
of
there
Marasagi.
just like, yeah. Sume just sits there and kind of face palms like, oh, darn it, forgot something. Oh well.
What?
I wanted her to take a look at the mark and see if there's any way to remove it.
Well,
Tell him later.
go.
No, it can happen later because we're gonna be taking her with us tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what else can happen later?
What?
I might have to slap you again. And I don't want to do that.
Like,
So,
we'll see
what's
what
up?
happens after we take care of Mitsu. Hi
don't
Marasagi.
want to.
Please just be patient.
You're thinking about going into Mitsu's lair, aren't you?
Yes, and we're gonna be heading there through reverse summoning, and we want to know if you want to be with us or someplace safe.
I was going to ask you if you would watch Maddie while we were gone. I want you to be somewhere safe, and I don't want to drag you through that place, because I know what it means to you, and I know that nothing there is probably going to be any good to see, especially for you.
She looks over to the medical tents. Maddie's the little girl from before, yeah?
Yeah, she's gonna have to stay here while we're gone too, but I'd like to take her back to the village with us.
I don't think Kage is going to be very happy, because this is like, what, the 5th person we brought? No, not the 5th.
Well, I mean,
like the 7th person we brought into the village to stay there.
But he's gonna be disappointed if we're not consistent.
If we're not consistent.
The Dataku village is like the Harlequin Lamont house here.
Yes, it is. It's getting that way. At least we've got housing. We're not stacking people up underneath the pancake tins in order to...
Anyway.
Okay.
So she looks over to the medical tent. Well, I guess I can, if she's okay with that. I mean, I haven't really been around little kids to know whether or not she would be okay with me being around, but I'm willing to try. And you're right, anything's better than going back there. Though I suppose I have to go back there eventually. Especially if what you want to have happen with Mitsu does happen. Yeah, I'll stay here. Just you stay safe too.
Hug.
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 Hug. Forever hug.
Oh, the hugs.
Hug and then put on shoulders.
Aww. Oh, in the morning I want to introduce you to Maddie, so that way you guys can get used to each other.
That would probably be good.
I really do want you to keep an eye on her. She's got a talent for running off.
Seems familiar. She looks over at Tsume.
What?
Yeah, I know.
I had reasons.
I always seem to run into the cute ones that run away from everything.
So I didn't run away from anything.
Well, I mean,
I run away from a lot of things. So.
and she's cute.
Yeah. Shrugs.
Bunnies are cute. Stop it.
Shall we head and get some rice now?
That would probably be good, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I suppose Akira and Okami are probably already on the way to the inn.
Yeah.
The hole in the wall's been repaired, by the way. That was forever ago.
Still. What?
Alrighty. I think this is an effective point to stop it for the night.
Yep.
Who wants to do sign out?
There's only 2 of us here, so you gotta pick.
Well, yes, but I mean, do y'all want to do the sign out, or would you rather me do part of it? I guess is the better question.
I don't care. Sarah?
Me and Sammy can do it.
Do either one of you have an idea for what to put as the second half?
I do.
Fair enough. Sarah does the first part. Sam does the second.
Okay.
Alright, go for it.
This has been Naruto: A New World.
Wow.
Okay.
No.
I'm kidding.
No, it's like, join us next week now.
Wow. Be like, hush, Shima. Anyway, join us next week where we go and take a Kage to a non-secure leader. Hopefully there's no traps.
We'll have to wait and see for that, won't we?
Yeah.
Of course, if there was traps, a lot of them probably got destroyed. But that's besides the point.
What?